Hi, it's good to be back with you for session number 10 in our video series on real estate. Today we are going to be talking about choosing a real estate agent. Basically, we are going to be focusing on you as the seller or the owner selecting a real estate agent to represent you for the sale of your property. Now, I know it goes against conventional thinking here in Sri Lanka, where we tend to use multiple agents and multiple companies and street brokers or whatever it takes to sell our property. But I'm going to make the case to you today for why you should change your approach and you should select one real estate agent or one company to represent you and to sell your property. So let's get into the why. See, the agent needs to work for you in order for you to get your best price. Therefore, if you select one, you give him the ability, you give him the exclusive rights, you empower him or her to maximize the exposure on the sale of your property, then that agent is working solely for you. He's trying to get you your best price. However, if you choose multiple agents or multiple companies, the agents tend to end up competing with each other on your property and they end up working on the buyer's behalf. Why do I say that? Well, if one agent presents your property to a client and they tell him that the owner wants 10 million a purchase, but the other agent knows that you are willing to close it at 9 million a purchase, he will try to undercut the other agent and tell the buyer, listen, he has told you 10 million, I can get it to you for 9 million. So then what happens is he's working for the buyer, not for you. But the irony of this is that you as the seller are the one who's actually paying the agent. The agent is receiving, or the agent's company is receiving 3% of the sales transaction from you, the seller, but he's working on behalf of the buyer. That happens when you have not given one company or one agent exclusive rights to sell your property. If you keep it open and you allow multiple agents to get involved, they will drive down the price because they are trying to get in with the buyer. They are trying to get the buyer to use them as the representative in order to purchase your property. See, there are plenty of good companies, there are plenty of bad companies, there are plenty of real estate agents who act individually, who are both good and bad. There are plenty of street brokers that can make it very challenging for sellers, buyers, and also for real estate companies. But you as the seller have the power in your hands to empower one company or one individual to market your property and to sell it and try to get you the maximum price. But be wise when doing your research. Check if the agent that you are using as your agent has the capacity to actually sell the property. What do I mean by capacity? He has a good reach. He has the ability to give your property exposure. He has the ability to market it to potential clients. See, we're not trying to get it out to the general public who may not have any interest. We're trying to expose the property to clients who are looking to buy. So be wise again when you do your research. Check if he has the expertise in the area that your property falls under. For example, we have a couple really good apartment and condo salesmen in Colombo, but their focus is apartments. If you are wanting to sell a commercial warehouse, he would not be the ideal real estate agent for you. So you have to find out, not only is he good, does he have capacity, does he have the knowledge in the industry in your specific area to not only market it, but to get you the best price, to give you the best advice on what a good market price is. As we've talked about it before, buyers and sellers can have a huge gap between what they feel the market price is. An experienced agent will be forthright and honest with you and transparent with you about what they feel the actual market price is. Sometimes it may not be what you want to hear, but he will be honest and tell you, this is what we believe the range is for your property. So it's good to actually have an open mind when going into discussions with agents and not set yourself on a specific price that you have determined. So all in all, the objective is to try and get an agent or a company to work for you. Once again, you as the owner are the one paying the service or the commission of 3%. Therefore, the agent or the company should technically be working hard on your behalf to get you the best price. But if you turn to multiple agents, you may not know this, but they will be working on behalf of the buyer because they are trying to get the buyer the best price so that the buyer will go through them. So keep this in mind. I encourage you, even though it's against conventional wisdom in Sri Lanka to pick one agent or one company, I encourage you to give it a try. Give them a few months, 3 months, 6 months of exclusivity so that they can market your property and get you the best price. It may be different, but it's a model that's used all over the world very successfully. Therefore, it's something that you should consider, and it is going to be something that will come to our Sri Lankan market sooner rather than later. So why not get ahead of the game? Here at Remax Khane, we also have specialized agents. I'm not specifically telling you choose us. I'm telling you do your research, find a good agent and empower him to give your property maximum exposure so that he can get you the best possible price. This is the only way to find out whether the price you are asking for is actually higher than market price, actual market price, or lower than market price, because you have one guy working hard to get you the best price. If you have multiple people working hard to sell your property, you won't really know if that's the best price you can get, because they will be trying to get it at the lowest price for the buyer to entice the buyer to make a move. And once the buyer has given them an offer, they will come to you and try to get you to lower your price to that level. Now, in most cases, you will have to lower your price, but you want to lower your price only if you have to because the market says so, not because someone is competing and trying to undercut and end up selling your property that way. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We're on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, or drop us an email. Whichever way, we'd be happy to help or advise you or give you more tips on how you could maximize the sale of your property. Thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful day.